Well, good morning, students. Welcome back. In the last class, we have discussed the speech preparation, and now we are going to talk about report writing. Report writing skills. Report writing skill. In report writing skill, what we need to have? Report writing. Based on our data, we are going to write the report. Based on the information, we are going to write the report on any areas. Since report writing is one of the important aspects in writing skills, among 4 skills, L, S, R, W. Here in this report writing, there are certain things to be followed. In report writing, they are factual, they are variable from area to area, from subject to subject, and at the same time, report writing is aimed at the people's interest. In what way people are going to have, in which area people are interested, it is based on their interest only they are going to prepare the report over here. And generally, report writing is used in passive form, passive voice, as you have been already taught by Vishwanath sir about voices. So here let us go to the reporting skills or skill. In this reporting skill, there are 3 types. For your examination point of view, 3 types of questions will appear in the examination. There are 3 types of questions. There are 3 types of questions, which is of 5 marks. It is of 5 marks question. Number 1 is line graph. Number 2 is bar graph. Number 3 is pie charts. Pie chart or charts. My dear students, as we come across with these 3 types of questions, especially in report writing skills, here in this line graph talks about, here we come across the ideas based on diagrams. Here we find diagrams that are present with lines and dots. Through which we come across the information belong to the different areas. It might be science, business, commerce, trade, literature, or any other areas. Next, coming to the second one, bar graph. Bar graph talks about, here it can be either either horizontal or vertical, on which the label will indicate the bar with their information given. Next, coming to pie charts, it shows the relationship. It shows the relationship between two pies as a whole. I mean to say that here in pie charts, two different informations are being given, sliced into different parts. The information, for example, the production of food production in our country into millions of tons every year. It is divided or sliced into different states or different areas based on the population. Demographic picture or figure, we are going to divide it. In the same way, here also we find it in the pie charts. Right, my dear students, hope you have gone through this line graph, bar graph or pie charts, which will be asked in the annual examination for 5 marks. This is just a brief introduction towards these 3 types of questions in report writing skills. Now, let us go to the question. In what way they are going to ask? You have choice in the examination. There is no second thought. Either you can go for speech preparation or report writing, because it varies from student to student. Some students will feel very much easier with speech preparation, whereas the other students will feel very much easier with report writing skill or report writing skills. That is the reason we just cannot deny any of the grammar aspects, since every single mark is very important in order to score highest marks in the annual examination, which will be reckoning it into your entire percentage annually when we get the results. Therefore, it's mandatory to read and study and practice each and every grammar aspect in your syllabus. My dear students, let me now start the pie charts. Here in this pie charts, the following pie charts, let us go with the pie charts. The following pie charts represent the information about the students, students who got scholarship, during 2013 and 14. During 2013 and 14 and 2014 and 15. 2014 and 15 academic year academic year for different courses, use this data to write a report. Use this data to write a report in about 120 words. In about 120 words. 120 words. My dear students, here we find two pie charts. My dear students, first pie chart shows commerce with 40%, commerce 40%, arts 35%, medical 10%, engineering only 15%. Let us go to the next. In the second pie chart also we find the same but different data which is supplied over here. When it comes to the second pie chart, arts is of 20%. Arts is of 20%. Commerce is of 55%. Medical 10%. Engineering 15%. Engineering 15%. Now, this pie chart we'll have to remember here at least 3 important points before going to write the report, or before going to write the report on these two pie charts. The following pie charts represent the information about the students who got the scholarship during 2013 and 2014 academic year for different courses. Use this data to write a report in about 120 words. My dear students, 2013, this pie chart talks about the data of 2013 and 14 academic year, whereas the second pie chart shows 2014 and 15 academic year data. So these two pies are pie charts will give us the information about, right? We come across totally in what way these two pie charts will figure us with their data information given over here. Arts when we look into the first pie chart, arts with 35 percentage, medical with 10 percentage, for engineering 15 percentage, and there is a lion's share for commerce, that is for 40%. Right, the biggest, the students, only the commerce students got highest scholarship, more than arts, medicine or medical and engineering students. And coming to 2014 and 15, I mean the second pie charts data says here that commerce, here also we find highest number of students, more number of students have got scholarship during 2014 and 15 with 55%. Right, next coming to the arts. Arts, for arts also we find 20% scholarship is being given. For medical only 10%, for engineering 15%. So, my dear students, one thing we should remember, how the data is sliced into different parts, different areas of the students over here. How different streams of students are being given or distributed the scholarship in the academic year 2013 and 14 and 2014 and 15. This has to be remembered first, right? So what to be written in report writing? First we'll have to represent the information. It is all about what? This given report writing question is going to indicate what? These pie charts will talk about on which area particularly we'll have to write at the beginning. That is the first step in report writing skill or skills. And coming to the second step is individually we'll have to give the information or represent here in the report writing skill with individual information, individual data based on the given pie charts in the question paper. That is the second step. And the third step is, we conclude it in the report writing, we conclude it by saying on which area the more number of students have got scholarship and in which area the students have got less scholarship during 2013 and 14 and 2014 and 2015. This is how we'll have to reckon it with. We'll have to go hand in a hand. Right. Let's go with this. The following pie charts represent the information, about the students, about the students who got the scholarship, those who got the scholarship during 2013 and 14 and 2014 and 15 academic year. academic year for different courses, for different courses, because the evaluator should come to know what the student has written and what actually these two pie charts are, these two pies will pertain with. That is why here when we come to the first pie chart, right, the arts students have got 35% of scholarship, whereas medical whereas in medical only with 10%, and in engineering with 15% respectively, but for commerce students, commerce area students, for commerce stream, commerce stream has got 55% of scholarship. It shows in 2013 and 14 academic year, a lion's share is with only for commerce students in getting the scholarship. My dear students, this is all about 2013 and 14 academic year, how we are sliced up with the different data given over here for different streams of students. And now coming to the second pie chart, what it shows exactly. In 2014 and 15 academic year, commerce students have got highest scholarship, that is in more number, with 55%, The next are followed by arts. Arts students got 20% of scholarship. My dear students, let me erase the first pie charts data so that we can go to the second in detail and complete the report writing. My dear students, right here we go with the next one, that is for medical stream. Only 10% of scholarship is being received, whereas for engineering stream 15% respectively. When we compare both the pie charts, this is the second step now. I mean, individual data, the information giving in detail, individually, I mean on individual pie chart. That is the second stage or second step of the report writing skill. Coming to the third step in the report writing skill, that is with pie charts. When we compare both the pie charts, there is slight difference is found between the scholarship of the students, in both the academic year, that is from 2013-14 and 2014-15 with commerce students, with commerce stream or students, Let me erase it, dear students, my dear students, at the same time you will have to read it exactly where we are. We will have to follow it continuously. Commerce stream with 40 and 40% and 55%. It shows the scholarship is increased by 15% in the academic year 2014 and 15. It shows the sudden raise in the commerce stream, which shows us the students are much interested in pursuing the commerce stream compared to the other streams of students. Now, coming to the second area, in arts stream 2013 and 14 years data will show that there is lesson with 15% compared to 2013 and 14 years data will show that 14 and 15. Right, in arts stream 2014 and 15 years data will show that there is lesson with 15% 2014 and 15 compared to 2013 and 14 data. So it shows here it is decreased. It means it is decreased by 15% in the year 2014 and 15 in getting the scholarship by the arts students. My dear students, now let us go to the next stream, that is for medical and engineering. In both the streams, that is into medical and engineering, streams are with same percent of scholarship, that is with 10 and 15% respectively. 10 and 15% respectively. I'll just remove first two lines, my dear students. Remember carefully and follow very much meticulously, consciously, so that we will be able to understand this report writing skills. In both the streams, that is into medical and engineering streams, are with the same percent of scholarship, that is with 10 and 15% respectively. What it shows us when we compare both the pie charts over here or both the pies, it shows here with difference. I mean, how the stream of students, how the commonly here commerce students have gained scholarship or got their scholarship in more number. There is a lion's share in their scholarship pertaining to or compared to the other streams of the students. That is what you should remember here, as both the pies show us different streams, percentage or percent of scholarship will not only give us the data, but also how the students are, but also how the students are interested into their respective areas or concerned areas or interested areas. Interested areas. My dear students, this is all about two pie charts, or it is all about how we have prepared the report writing skill after going through these two pies. Hope you have understood it. Let me go to the next exercise. My dear students, try to go through the question, read it number of times. If you won't understand, and try to get the key points which are given there in report writing particularly. It varies from every academic year. I mean, last year's question paper, it was with different question, and now in the coming year in the sense, after couple of days, I mean on third day, you are going to give your examination, annual examination. So how the questions will be appeared, no one knows, but one thing is pretty sure, if we are confident, if we know the report writing skill, definitely we can write, we can answer any type of question without having any doubts. Right, well my dear students, let's go to the second exercise now. Right, the given bar graph represents the given bar graph represents given bar graph represents data about the favorite favorite after school activities of boys and girls in Karnataka. Well, based on the information, prepare a report in about 120 words. My dear students, you should read the question first before going to understand it, because some people, without reading the question, they'll start to write, they'll start to represent with their ideas based on the given data, so that they will be slackened in their answers. They will be having lots of loopholes. So in order to overcome these things, we'll have to read it first. Right, well, as I told you little while ago, bar graph will represent what? The data given, whether labels or any information. Based on that, we are going to prepare the report, right? So here, let's go with this bar graph. My dear students, take little difficulty to draw it so that you can understand very easily, right? My dear students, it's been asked us to go for, we'll have to draw the lines first, then bars, Right, there are even we can find here another line. Of course, they can be horizontal and vertical. Remember, there are two bars or boxes. One is empty, which shows us, this empty box will show us the data or the details of the voice, and another box which is darkened over here will show us the girls. Darken it. This is undarkened, this is darkened. I mean, this is vacant, blank. This is completely darkened. Right, now, different areas are being given. Right, how the school children are the students of schools, different schools, how they are going to have their activities based on their interests or hobbies or habits. Fine. Play sports. Let's draw a bar now. First one is darkened. First one is darkened. It is with 20%. Play sports. Play sports. Next bar is followed by, it is drawn up to 60. It is drawn up to till 60%. 60%. Next, talk on. Equally. My dear students, the first one is darkened here, first bar. In the second set of bars, first one is to be darkened and the second one to be left blank. Talk on what? Talk on what? Talk on phone. They talk on phone, mobile phone or cell phone. Next, with 40%, next bar is with 40%. It is to be darkened. It is to be darkened here. Next, and the other blank bar to be drawn till 60%. Till 60%. 60%. Right, my dear children, chart online. Chart online. Next, another area with 65%. 65% to be drawn. Little more, not even to 70, little more, 65. It is to be darkened. It is to be darkened. And next bar is with 30 percentage. Next bar is with 30 percentage. That is blank. That is blank. Right, this is watch TV. Watch TV. And the last bars will give us the data on visiting friends. That is with 35%. Little more, 35. Right? This is to be darkened. This is to be darkened, my dear student friends. Next, next bar is to be drawn till 80. We'll have to see this percentage or data provided here beside and complete it. Well, we'll have to know it is with the 20%. And play sports, right? Girls with 20%, boys with 60%, and talk on phone, girls with 70%, and boys also with the same, 70%. Chatting online, 40%. Chatting online is with 40% with girls, and 60% with boys, and watching TV is with 65% with girls, and boys with 35% on watching TV. And next, the last set of bars, 40% girls are going to spend the time on visiting friends. Visit friends. Next, at last, the blank graph, what it will show us. Right, what is the percentage? 80%. 80%. My dear students, the most important thing before going to represent a report here, one must be knowing, right, what the question is all about. The question is all about the bar graph. This is bar graph, right? Represents what? Represents data about favorite school. See, favorite hobbies or activities after the school. Schooling students, it might be primary or high school children, how both the boys and girls, how they are going to have their activities, on which area they are going to distribute among themselves. based on their convenient timings, right? That's all. Based on the information, prepare a report. Now we'll have to go with the same, right? Well, the given bar graph represents data about the favorite after school activities, of boys and girls, in Karnataka. Boys and girls in Karnataka. We know that. Yes, in our state. In our state, how the school children are going to spend their time after the school hours. Right? What amount of time is being spent by the children into different habits or activities based on their interest. They are totally dependent on their interest. Right, let us go with this bar graph. In this bar graph, 20% girls are going to spend their time on playing sports, whereas 60% of boys are going to spend their time on sports. It shows boys are much interested in playing the sports rather than girls. Right. Now the second set of bars. Right. Equal number of percent with boys and girls show the interest on activity called talking on phone, that is with 70% respectively. I mean, here, my God, I mean, my dear students, we should go through with this, right? How the boys and girls are going to spend their their time on talking on phone. I mean 70%. Boys are also going to spend their 70% of time on talking cell phone or mobile phone, even girls as well. Right. There is no much difference in this area of activity, that is on talking talking on mobile or cell phone. Now next, coming to the next area of activity, boys are going to spend, boys are much interested, boys are much interested to spend their timing with 60% on chatting online, on chatting online, on chatting online, whereas with girls of only 40%. It shows us here with the activity called chatting online, boys are much interested. Boys will spend much time on chatting with their friends and online, whereas girls are less interested in this activity. And coming to the next, interest of the students or habit of the students, right? In watching TV, girls will spend more time. That is with 65%. Whereas boys will spend with only 35%. Only 35%. It shows us, right, in this activity, girls are going to have more interest, girls are going to watch TV for more hours rather than the boys, because boys are going to watch the TV, right, in less amount of time, less amount of period, whereas the girls are going to watch the TV for longer hours in a day. Yes, my dear students, one more activity is left over here. Let me erase first 3 lines and complete that activity also. Well, in this last activity, in visiting friends, in visiting friends, the girls are going to spend with girls are going to spend with only 40%, 40%, whereas the boys will spend more than girls. That is with 80% respectively. That is with 80% respectively. My dear students, we should know, right? We have gone through the information given over here on individual activity, that how we have to prepare a report in this writing skills. Let me come to the last segment. Let me complete last segment. I'll just erase it. My dear students, finally we come across in this bar graph is the equal number of school children or school students are going to spend their time on talking the phone with 70%. And there is much difference found between girls and boys with the activity called playing sports from 20% to 60%. 20% to 60%. It shows that boys are interested in playing sports. It shows that the boys are much interested in playing sports. And when we compare both chatting online and watching TV, between these two activities, between the activities called the chatting online and watching TV, the students' interest, the school students' interest is less in percentage, less and more in percentage, that is between 40, 60 and 65 to 35. 40 to 60 and 65 to 35. Right after studying or surveying on all the areas, we figure it out that the school children will spend especially more number of percentage is spent by boys on visiting friends than girls. Well, my dear students, finally in the last stage, our last step of this letter writing. Even in letter writing also we find the same. That is also one of the writing skills. As we conclude it, even in report writing also, we find the closing salutation. But here, we'll just add it up by overall survey, after surveying individual data. So what is the conclusion? In this report writing skill, we come to know that usually everywhere, talking on phone, chatting online, watching TV, in these areas, girls are much interested. Whereas in sports and visiting friends, boys are much interested. This has to be highlighted at the end of the report writing skill or in this bar graph. Well, you have understood. Hope you have got to know, my dear students. Today, let me conclude it. If you like, please subscribe Sri Guru Independent Pure Online YouTube channel. Keep watching English grammar classes and keep enjoying. Thank you very much.